Auto Deflect Mod, huh? How's it going, YouTube? This is Joe XOF here. If you don't know who I am a content creator here on YouTube who specializes in Souls-like games with an emphasis on Sekiro. I do a lot of challenge, no-hit, speedruns, regular speedruns, and tutorials here on this channel. So if you enjoy those type of things, I have a massive library of videos on this channel, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And to the people who continue to support me today, thank you so much. This channel wouldn't be what it is if it wasn't for you guys, so I really appreciate all of you and continuing to watch. Thank you. The purpose of today's video is to address the accusations that me and some other top content creators of Sekiro have been coming across with this thing called the Auto Deflect Mod. Auto Deflect Mod basically makes you invincible to getting your posture broken in Sekiro if you didn't know what that is. And if you don't know what that is, I will be covering a core mechanics section of guarding, blocking, perfect deflection, you name it, on this first chapter that we're going to dive into right after this introduction. So check that out, and then we'll also dive into me playing some footage of when I was playing with the Auto Deflect mod and when I had it off. So you will see two differences between a skilled player and a person who uses this deflection mod. I do want to address that I'm not here to prove something to the haters, even though it may seem that way. But the truth is, I just want to spread information to people who are curious about this, and I think this is a perfect subject to address to the beginners of this game who don't know the core mechanics of Sekiro, why this game stands out compared to other Souls games. And I'd also like to address these things to casual and older players who are curious about it. So I figured, hey, might as well wrap it up into one video and show you guys all the information I possibly know about Auto Deflect Mod and what it is to be a skilled player and a person who uses that. Now, I'm not here to judge you if you want to use an Auto Deflect mod. That's totally your thing. No judgment here. You experience Sekiro the way you want to. But for someone like me who prides themselves in what they do, this is like my body of work, and I want my truth to be out there. And so with that said, let's dive into it. Again, thank you so much for all the support and watching. And again, hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate that. Thank you.
Fucking boom!
Alright everyone, this is the Sekiro Deflect auto mod that, you know, a lot of us players have been getting accused of. And from what I've been reading, you can hold block the whole time, so you can perfect deflect things. So I'm going to show you some examples from this mod where you just hold block and he will perfect deflect everything, basically making the fight easy at your fingertips. So let's go ahead and download this. All right, everyone, we have the mod installed now according to the directions, which, you know, I never have used it before, but obviously I've seen people use it. All we have to do is hold the block button, and we're gonna just try and go for posture damage. You'll see a big difference, and I also think as long as you hold it, he will perfect deflect each time. So I will explain as I go each difference of what an actual player would do in a situation as opposed to somebody who is using the mod, right? I have everything all in real time, so obviously my controllers are working. My hand placements here, see? I got two cameras, hand camera, face cam, controller input. So like this is gonna be as legit so I could get my point across to you people, all right? We're gonna do one with the auto mod, and then we're gonna do one without it. So we're gonna debunk all this stuff. So we're gonna go and use Ishin as an example. He's always my best example for all this stuff. So anything that I do. And he's my favorite, so it's kind of biased, right? Alright, so we're just gonna hold block here. Deflect, I'm just gonna show you one-handed. Well, you can't block that. I'm just holding it, dude. There you go. He's perfect deflecting everything. Now let's use an example of one mind. All right, second phase here. We're gonna buff Sekiro. We're gonna block the whole time. That ain't proof. I don't know what else to tell you. But that is bullshit. With all the hard work I've done, people just do this shit. I want to explain furthermore about what I can tell, what information I have with the auto deflect mod. There's a few things that I kind of left out, and that was the end of the recording there for that section. So I want to add a few things that you can watch out for if somebody else is using it, from what I've seen. But there's some really obvious tells that somebody is using it. And there's no one in their right mind that's gonna flat out tell you, yeah, I'm using an auto deflect mod. No one in their right mind would admit it, like, unless they're really that truthful. There is a few things you can catch, and you know, some people like to just keep it to themselves and play it off, or you know, sometimes people will question them. I'm going to clear those things right now. There's 3 moves in this game that are really tough parry, which is Genichiro's floating passage, Ishin's one mind, and Orin of the water, a mini boss in Sekiro. She has a combo that's like almost impossible to parry. These are kind of like frame perfect attacks that you can't, it's not even worth really parrying, in my opinion. They're not, it's just, there's no point. I mean, we're not Daigo in Evo playing Street Fighter 3 Third Strike trying to parry Chun-Li here. There's nothing to prove here, you know? So like, if you see somebody like holding the guard button and parrying those consistently all the time, the right course of action to do those moves is to use the umbrella, you know? That's what a normal skilled player would do. But in terms of somebody who's just perfectly parrying these things the whole time, some tells that you can see as that they're holding the guard button a lot. If you see somebody holding the guard button like the whole time, that is an obvious tell. You know, like about 70% of the time they're just holding it. You know, and I know that holding the guard button replenishes your deflection bar, or your posture bar, I should say. If they're holding it that whole time, that means that they're using the mod. Like, there's no doubt in my mind. Like, if I were to see somebody doing it, they're using it for sure. Like, there's no way. Now, the ones to watch out for that are really tough to detect if they're using the auto deflect mod are the ones that aren't holding the deflect or block button. It's really hard to tell if they're using it or not. But if you watch a skilled player compared to a player who abuses the auto deflect mod, just watch their fights. You know, for example, ONGBAL, right? This guy has a big following in Sekiro. He doesn't just do Sekiro, he does a lot of Souls games. So he's kind of specialized in these type of fights. And I think at one point he got so much hate and flack for, you know, people thinking like, oh, his posture never breaks, you know, what's going on here? He's cheating, he's hacking. At one point he made an entire video explaining the core mechanics, kind of like what I did in this video, to just kind of re-explain everything to you guys about if you perfect deflect, your posture will never break. And he's mastered that. He's mastered that so well. It even got to the point where, much like in my video here, he put input controls in his videos to show you that he's skilled enough to handle these fights. He doesn't need the deflection mod or at all. He doesn't use those mods. You could see it. He's very skilled. He knows these fights. Like, you know, he's amazing. He's like on a whole different page. Another person is Gorengan Warkop. I hope I'm saying his name right. I really like that guy. You know, he's like a brother to me and very inspirational. You know, and he gets a lot of flack too. I've seen people like comment him and say that his posture never breaks and everything, and it's just crazy to be accused like that for, you know, something that I know he's put hours in his craft to perfect. You know, it's stupid, you know. And he I know for a fact that he doesn't use it. He's just very skilled. He knows how the fights go. You know, you can just see it. You can see the differences between a skilled player. A person who uses it doesn't know the little ins and outs of like, oh, you could sneak a hit here, or you can deflect this, you know, and then you need to prepare for the jump on this one. And they're just like still trying to deflect still. And it's just really weird. Like, you'll find these small things in these fights. And once you really begin to understand, if you watch enough fights on YouTube, there's so many Sekiro videos online, you can see the differences between how a really skilled player dominates a fight and just makes it look effortless compared to a person who's just like on the defense the whole time. You can see these differences. Now, I'm not trying to hurt or attack any beginners or casual players who, you know, may look like they're using the deflect mod or something, which I know they're not. Like, you can see that they're trying their best to just have a decent run and just test themselves and get through the fight. The ones that you can tell that are not using it are the people who just abruptly hit the deflect button and Wolf does kind of like the guard dance. And it's because they're anticipating the attack happening, you know, and I'm guilty of that too. I've had a few missed deflect buttons that I've hit in my videos, and I've gotten called out for it, you know, and like, I'm working on it, you know. I'm trying to get better at it, but that doesn't necessarily mean I'm using a deflect mod, you know. Like, I'm not. I've never even heard of it up until like I started getting blamed for it. And, you know, I've been playing Sekiro since release, and it's only taken me, what, 4 years later to finally at least get decent at this game. So it's just the people who blatantly use the mod, you can see a big difference between a person who knows the fights, who's been through the fights long enough and just practices and practices and you could see the inconsistencies and the consistencies between a skilled and an abuser, you know. So just look out for those things. And yeah, if you want to use this mod, go ahead, you know, like no one's judging you here. You know, if you want to abuse it, go ahead. Sekiro's your experience, so go have fun with it, you know. But at the end of the day, all I'm trying to do is spread my truth and the truth of other players who are really good at this game. And just, man, it is what it is, you know. All right, so I've restarted the game, and we will go ahead and fight Ishin now. We'll attempt a no-hit without the Deflect mod. I'm going to play him. I'm going to use... You'll see my hands and everything, how I no-hit this guy. So, yeah, we took the auto mod off, and you'll see the difference. First, we'll do a test run and show you that I do have the mod off. So I'm going to take off the... I'm going to start guarding him, and you'll see a difference already. When I start blocking and guarding, that I'm going to take damage and he won't perfect deflect. So I'm going to hold it like I did before. And then we'll restart the run after that, just to show. Now he's guarding. See the difference now? And I'm just holding it like before. Alright, so we're gonna restart now and do an actual no-hit fight. We'll do it quick too. Gosh, for this fight. All right, no auto deflect mod, no hit, all skill right here. Easy. Parried all his shit. All in real time. Sekiro. Yeah, I gotta do my signature at the end. And all right, that's going to do it for me today. Thank you so much for joining me on this video. I really appreciate the patience that you guys have had with me making this video as well. It took me a while, but I wanted to make it as informative and as truthful as possible. So thank you for that. Also, if you could do me a favor and leave a like and a comment, let me know what you think. You know, if you have any questions, please feel free to sound off in the comment section below. And if you also would like to share this video with other people who, are beginners or are curious about Sekiro and how the fighting system works, please, by all means, share this video with them. I would like to get this information out as much as possible. But also, I would really appreciate if you guys hit that subscribe button. It would mean a lot to me. We're really close to 2,000 subscribers on this channel, and I want to continue making great content for you guys. But again, thank you so much. My name is Joe XOF, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care.